top item on the agenda recently is of course COVID-19. Our living standards have already been adapted to these disease conditions. However, in the coming years, humanity may face a much more important problem, the water crisis. Water is one of the most fundamental resources of life. 70% of the world known as the blue planet consists of water. However, only 1% of this water is usable. Industrialization, population growth, and of course climate change are causing a decrease in the available water resources on the earth. Access to clean water, once used free of charge and accessible to everyone, is almost a luxury. Moreover, if the right steps and the necessary measures are not taken, especially the countries with water stress do not expect a very good future in the next 20 years. And of course, when water resources become limited, conflicts for the sake of water are also possible. Water resources can vary within continents, regions, and even countries. The need for usable water is expressed by the term water stress compared to available water resources. Accordingly, regions with an annual water per capita below 1,700 cubic meters experience intense water stress. The areas shown in red on the map are the regions with the highest water stress. Yellow areas are not yet facing such a problem. In other words, water resources are not evenly distributed in the world. For example, some countries such as Canada are very lucky in terms of water resources, while countries in the Arabian Peninsula face intense water stress. Actually, the struggle over water resources is not new. Important civilizations in history have always been found around fertile water resources, and there have been many struggles for control of water resources. However, cities and regions that were once rich in water resources also face water problems today. This causes the importance of hydroponics to increase gradually.
And this is one of the top 3 crises facing the globe today, along with HIV/AIDS and malaria. This is one of the most deadly crises facing the world.
Su stresinin asıl sıkıntısı yerine koyabileceğimiz ikame bir ürün yok. Yani petrolde bir sürü ikame ürün var. Petrol kullanmazsınız, doğalgaz, elektrik kullanırsınız, gittikçe gelişen unsurlar var, ikame edilebiliyor. Suda bu imkan yok. Dolayısıyla su kıtlığı çeken, yani yıllık 1500 metreküp altında vatandaşına su kullandıran ülkeler su stresi altına giriyor. Özellikle bu Orta Doğu'da, bize çok yakın bölgede gözle görülen bir sorun.
Considered the cradle of civilizations in terms of limited water resources, the Middle East and North Africa region draws attention. Australia, South Africa, Spain, India, Cuba, Hong Kong, and other regions. As such, the possibility of water competition between countries come to mind. India and Pakistan on the Indus, Ethiopia, Sudan, and Egypt on the Nile. Israel and the Arab countries are fighting on the Jordan River basin. Also, there is a conflict over Euphrates and Tigris rivers among Turkey, Iraq, and Syria. However, recently countries where water stress has been intense can now cope with this problem by using either cooperation or modern technologies.
What's interesting and important is that it's not necessarily related to water stress. People have, across borders or between users, there are often political stresses, even when there's plenty of water.
The main problem in water disputes is that when the country upstream on a water resource initiates a project without any agreement with other stakeholders. The best example of this is the construction of the Hedasi Dam, which occupied the agenda in recent years, and the problem it created between countries.
sorunu çeken ülkelere duyarsız kalmanız zaten mantıklı değil. Petrol sıkıntısı çeken ülkeye duyarsız kalırsınız, bir açıklamasını yaparsınız ama suda ve yiyecekte bunlar geçerli değil. O yüzden su sorunu çeken ülkelerin komşusunun bol suyu varken ya da nehir aşan sularda kendi topraklarında da geçerken yukarıda nehri keserseniz sizi kimse anlamaz dünyada, tepki gösterir. Bu tepki de kendi içinde haklıdır.
The most important problem we face is the cost of accessing water. Countries with high national income can allocate serious budgets to the issue and prevent their countries from being dehydrated in the short and medium term. For example, Saudi Arabia can obtain fresh water from salt water, while Israel is making very successful technological plans for water use. However, when economically poor countries are faced with water stress, lives of many people are directly affected. Even though access to water is recognized as a human right by the UN, 80 countries hosting 40% of the world's population suffer from water shortages. And unfortunately, the steps taken for the efficient use of water are insufficient. For example, 1 out of every 4 people in Turkey is insensitive to water wastage.
Su kullanımının önemli bir kısmı %70'i tarımda kullanılıyor. Evsel kullanımlar ve sanayi kullanımlar var. Bütün dünyada tarımda su kullanımını akıllı uslu bir yere oturtturması beklenir ülkelerin. Türkiye'de de beklenen.
Considering the long-term negative effects of global warming and climate change, it is highly important to take the necessary steps for the effective and efficient use of water all over the world.